Hey, my Zen friends. This week we decided to do something a little bit fun for our 10-minute top up. We're gonna play yoga dice. Yoga dice. Where my lovely assistant will roll the dice 5 times, and then I will put together a flow of all those poses that popped up randomly on the dice. So, I think it'll be fun, guys. Brace yourselves. All right, first roll, please. Woo. Oh. Okay, it landed on namaste. I'm just gonna write that down because my memory may fail me if I don't. There you go. Whoop. Knees to chest. That's a good one. Oh. Number 3. All right. Child's pose. One of my favorites. And 4. Whoop. Whoop. Warrior 2. Cobra pose. Awesome. All right. So, let's flow. Yoga dice flow. Starting out in our child's pose, so as knees as wide as our mat or together, whichever feels best for your hips. Hands come out in front, as wide as our shoulders. Inhale, finding some length in our spine. Exhale, heart sinks down to the earth. Inhale, let's come back up onto our fingers, find a little bit more length. And sinking back down. Inhaling back up. Walking our hands in a little bit, coming onto our knees, and then gently lowering down to the earth. Elbows tucked in nice and close. Nice and slow all the way down. Nice, coming into our cobra pose. Our baby cobra. So, hands alongside our chests, feet firmly pressed into the earth, knees slightly up off of the earth. So our legs are super activated. Inhale, strong bellies, strong backs, not too high off. Exhale, release. Let's do that twice more. So inhaling on up, pelvis pressing firm into the mat. And exhale down. Last time on up. And releasing down. Nice. And then from here, tucking our back toes, coming into our tabletop, and then downward facing dog. Now we're going to transition into our warrior 2. So inhaling, our left leg high to the sky. Knee to chest, stepping between our hands, turning our back foot down so it's parallel to the back of our mat. Really strong bellies, strong legs pressing through our left foot, cartwheeling our hands, rising on up, settling in here. So we want our hips to be facing the side wall. Our right thigh externally rotated, pressing firmly through the outer edge of our right foot. And really nice, firm stance in the front as well. We want the weight to be distributed evenly between our left and right foot. Our knee should be directly over our ankle or just slightly behind it. And our knee should also be tracking in line with the toe next to our large toe. So not going left, not going right, but like straight on. And our right thigh is externally rotated. And our hands are elevated. Palms turned down, nice and strong. This is a really proud pose. Think about a warrior. You know, she's like ready for action. Peaceful action, of course. She's a pacifist at heart. All 10 fingers nice and spread. Maybe even look back and see what your right hand is doing. For some reason, we have a tendency to let that right hand kind of droop. So make sure it's up in line with our shoulders. Eye gaze wherever feels good. A lot of instructors will say eye gaze towards that middle finger on your left hand, but it's also important to just know that you can go wherever you feels best for you. So maybe the side wall feels nice. Settling on in. Beautiful. Breathing here. Now let's cartwheel our hands back down to the earth. From here, stepping that right foot up to meet the left, settling down onto our backs. And we're going to come into our knees to chest pose. So just bring them on up, together or apart, and maybe even a little rock side to side might feel nice. But then let's bring them really close into our chest and maybe even lift our shoulders up off of the earth as well, bringing our nose towards our knees. And just give ourselves a really nice big squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Nice. And releasing back down, gripping behind our knees. Let's rock and roll 3 or 4 times, finding a little bit of momentum on the last roll and coming to sit on our bums in our namaste position. So legs crossed. If it's too much on your hips, you can always grab a block and just pop it underneath your bum or a pillow, whichever you have on hand. This nice straight spine, lengthening our crown of our head towards the sky. Palms either on our knees or cupped in our laps, maybe at our heart center. Maybe even close down our eyes and just take a minute to center, to really appreciate the opportunity to move our bodies in the way that we do. And then taking a nice deep inhale here, filling everything up, sending oxygen to every single cell in our body. And then parting our lips and letting it all out. All right, now we're gonna do that a little bit quicker. So, releasing that block if you had one, coming back into our child's pose, wherever is best for you, knees together or apart. Inhale, finding some length. Exhale, heart to earth. Inhale, finding a little bit more length. Exhale, heart to earth. Inhaling, pressing up onto our knees, keeping our elbows nice and tight as we lower down to the earth, nice and slowly coming into our baby cobra pose. So inhaling on up, feet firm into the mat, exhaling down, twice more, inhaling up, exhaling down. Now on this last one, maybe you even play around with taking your fingers up off of the mat. And release. Nice, tucking those back toes, pressing on up, and transitioning to our downward facing dog. Now let's do our warrior 2 on the right side. So inhaling, right leg on up, into chest, stepping between our hands. Swiveling that left foot down to the mat so it's parallel to the back of your mat. Firmly pressing through that right foot, rising on up, transitioning into our warrior two. Now I'm going to move around so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Settling into our warrior two, thinking about heel to arch alignment. So if you drew a line from your heel, it would perfectly intersect our left arch. Thinking about keeping our left tail tucked down and under. Right knee in line with that second toe. Really just finding some firm grounding here, looking back, making sure that everything is in alignment. Inhaling in, exhaling, settling, maybe going a little bit deeper. Nice. And then let's cartwheel those hands back to the mat. Stepping our left foot on up to meet our right. And then settling on down onto our bums. Coming in to our knees to chest pose. So knees on up, together or apart. Again, a little rock. And then inhaling, chest to knees. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Give it everything you've got. And full release. Gripping back of knees. Rocking and rolling on up. Coming into our namaste pose, our seated pose. Again, just taking a nice deep breath in here. Full breath out. Let's do that one more time. Good things come in threes, right? So we'll flow to our breath, so a little bit quicker this time. Settling back into our child's pose. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhale, deepening. Inhale, finding some more length. Exhale, hips heavy. Inhale, hands press on up. Hips over knees, and we're lowering nice and slow all the way down. Feet firm into the mat, hands alongside our chest. Inhale, cobra. Exhaling. Twice more. Inhale on up. Exhale. And then maybe on our third time, your fingers might come up off the mat. Elbows in. Releasing. Let's tuck our back toes. Pressing on back. Downward facing dog. Inhaling that left leg high. Knee to chest, stepping between our hands. Right foot rotates down parallel with the back. Firm into that left foot, rising on up. Cartwheeling our hands open. Settling on in to warrior two. Couple of deep breaths here. Full exhales. Last inhale. And on your exhale, cartwheel our hands back down to the earth. Big step forward. Settling onto our bums. Rolling on back. Bringing our knees to our chest. A little rock might feel nice. And then gripping our legs, inhaling our nose up to our knees. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Last one for the day. Give it everything we've got. Full release down. Nice. Keeping those knees high, gripping behind knees. Rocking and rolling a couple of times. Get some momentum on your last rock. Up we come, crossing our legs. Our namaste pose. Nice. Shoulders up by our ears, down our backs. Hands wherever feels good. Just let them fall naturally. Maybe they're at your heart center. Eyes might close down here. And we'll finish our yoga dice flow with one final deep inhale, filling everything on up. And then letting it all go, parting our lips, breathing it all out. Nice. I hope you guys had as much fun doing that as I did. See you next time. Let's do this. Oh. Where'd it go? Oh my God. Oh my God. It's like lost forever.